So take a deep breath in and exhale. Reverse that, breathe in. Let's bring it around to the front and exhale. Stomp. I want you to feel the ground. I want you to feel the earth. I want you to feel your life force activating. And if you have anything you need to let go of, maybe you can give it to the earth. Stomp it away. 4 more like this. Feel the vibration. Now march. And you could either keep marching or you can turn it into a jog. It might just be a little bouncy. We'll wake up our life force. We'll get things flowing. We'll help ourselves feel more alert, warmer, more tuned in. Bring the arms up and down. Now you get to decide how high up, and you get to decide how fast you're going. Those things are always adaptable for individual levels. So we're bringing up the heart rate. You look good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now let's step really wide. Stay wide and bring your arms together. Open and then come back. Can you go narrow? Let's go the same direction again. Close it in and come back. 1 more like this and come back. Good. Now let's step the other way. And close, step back in. Again, step back in. 1 more of these. Excellent. Roll through the feet. Take the arms up and release. Well, you must be able to see me because everybody's moving along with me. Let's point the toes. Opposite arm. There we go. Yay. Now we're going to add a brush lift. That's it. Let's do 4 more like this. You look good. We're going to do some cross crawls. And I want to give you the choice to do different speeds on this today. So you could try it faster, which might feel kind of bouncy. And then we'll go back to the regular tempo. And then if you want to challenge yourself, you can try it slower, which takes more balance. So you're going to, of course, go the speed that keeps you safe. So if slow is too hard, then you go faster. 1 more set. Now let's do some side steps. We're going to work on our foot clearance. So lift your feet really well. Try moving backwards. And then come forwards. And add a swing in your arms. Turn the palms up as you come forwards. Let's add a push across as we go back. And we'll take both arms. Now push front as you go back. You're doing great. Then let's push a little up. So we're waking ourselves up. Let's push side as we go back. Check your breath. Lift your feet. Cross in front. Good. March in place. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Let it out. 1 more like this. Yes, and let it out. Let's take the left arm to the side. Look left. Take the right arm side. Look right. Take the left arm up. Look up. And right arm up. Look up. And down. Let's do a quarter turn. If you're comfortable turning, I want you to look around your room. Turn to the back, noticing everything. Quarter turn. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to the front. Let's do a little fast feet that's wide. And then I want you to go in and out. And then we're going to slow this down. We're going to go out, out, in. Let's open, open, close, close. So more brain training. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect to be helping us. What we don't want is for it to be hurting us. So stay alert. Stay tuned in. Don't do stuff that hurts. 2 more. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. 1 more like this. Very good. All right, we're going to interlace the fingers, go a little wide. Bring the arms down, bend your knees, hinge a little bit. So from the side, looks like this. We're going to swing the arms down and up. I want you to feel the strength of your legs and glutes. Push into your heels, turn on your abdominal muscles, and see if you can hang out here for a while. So you get a little fire in your legs. Push the heels into the ground. Yeah, you look so good. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and rise up and come back. Rise up and sit back down. Now, if you want to, you can go deeper and you can make the arms a little rounder. You get to decide on the depth of your squat. It can be shallow or deep. 1 more. March in place. Bring your arms up. Inhale, you look good. Exhale. Bring your hands up to your chin. Exhale. We're going to do a little knee lift pattern. So we'll start with basic. Now we're going to add a little rotation. So I want you to touch opposite hip. Or we'll think of it as same-sided to the leg that's lifting. Good. Now can you add a rotation? It might just be the head. 4 more like this. Now let's not lift as high. Good. And I want you to go wider. We're going to do a double knee. Let's start low. 2 knees. 2 knees. Hold on to your chair if you need to. Let's add a little coming across with the arms. So we work whole body. Total body movement fires up the metabolism. So you're going to burn some calories. You're going to support the function of all your organs, even if you have to dial it down a bunch of notches. Every bit helps. Last set. Woo, good. March. Take another breath. Exhale. Let's keep going on. We're on a roll. We're going to take, let's say, right leg back first. Bring your arms forward. We're going to keep the arms pretty straight as we bring the right knee forward. We go back. Again, push the arms back as the knee comes forward. Now, you know there's many variations based on your range of motion. It might be smaller. That's okay. Yes, 2 more. You know, you might notice that you work your base leg too. The supporting side is always getting training too. So we're taking that other leg back now. I'll give you a moment to catch your breath and to notice yourself. Arms forward. You ready? Let's go for it. So those of you that have good enough balance can step farther back. But you know what? Don't judge yourself. If you have to make it smaller, if it's safe, it's helping you, right? You're moving manageably. That's good for you. March. Beautiful. Take your right leg back again. I'm going to give you 2 choices. It's going to take more balance because we're going to go slower. If it's too wobbly, let me show you. Here's the modification. Reach front. You're going to go slowly with a tap. If you can go slow with the knee raise, do that. In fact, I'll do every other one as a tap and then a knee, and you can choose which of those works for you. If you can do all of them as a knee raise, do that. If you need all of them as a tap, do that. Or you might vary it like I'm doing. Put your foot down. Very, very good. Left leg goes back. Reach forward. I'll start with the tap. We'll going just a bit slower, aren't we, than we did before? So tap or lift your knee. You can push your arms farther back if you want to. So the arms and the leg work is up for variety. Different levels. Yes, let's do one more. Set. And we march it in place. Take another breath. Good for you guys. Satisfy yourself. Exhale. Let's use the chair for this next one. We're going to do something that's sometimes called the prisoner squat. And that's because we're going to put our hands, I'll show you from the side. We're going to put our hands up by our ears like this, right? So you can see why they might call it the prisoner squat. So I think what we'll do, stand in front of your chair, sit down first. This will help you mark your spacing. And then with the fingers up like this, push your elbows back, push through the heels and rise up. Now, I want you to see if you can sit almost all the way. Can you just tap without actually putting your weight on the chair? And if you need to, you go ahead and sit all the way down each time. So we're really getting into the power muscles, quads, hamstrings, glutes, by tapping lightly without actually sitting. And if that's too deep for you, do a shallow one like this. That's fine. We'll go for 2 more. You look good. I had to look at you to know. Take a breath in. Let it go. Do it side. Breathe in. Exhale, let that go. We're going to sit in the chair. We're going to work the abdominals next. We'll do a few things for the abs because we hadn't worked them as much last time, actually the last couple of classes. So we're going to do some stuff for the core. So sit far enough forward where your feet touch the floor. Put your hands toward your knees. Pull your tummy in. I want you to lean back. I'll show you from the side. You're going to pull your abs in and round, and you're going to pull yourself up. So it looks like this. Squeeze your belly. Breathe in and out consistently and feel the abdominals and the back working together. So tummy in, pull yourself up. Pull the belly button toward the spine when you curl back. You can pretend your pants are tight in the waist and you don't want the button to bust off, so you suck in a little bit. 2 more. 1 more. That's it. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. Now we're going to lean back, right? And the rear is close to the front edge. Keep your core turned on. And we're going to take the right hand and the left foot, and we're going to either touch the upper leg, the knee, leg, or the foot. And we're going to add an optional crunch in. I really want you, if you can, to still come back on the chair. So there is some lift of the trunk involved with an optional rotation. So if you can touch your foot, do that. I mean, that's going to be advanced level, isn't it? Don't strain. I want everybody to feel included here, whether it's your leg, your knee, what works. Ooh, yes. Just what we need after Thanksgiving, right? And reach back and stretch everything. That's it. Bring your arms down. Push yourself up. Reach back. Roll your shoulders back. Lean a little forward. Let's just take a pause. Stretch open. Come back up to vertical. Reach up again. Breathe in. Good. Now we're going to do an exercise that's really helpful for the leg and the hip. So I want you to hold the sides of your chair. This is actually core related too. We're going to go lopsided, but not where you fall out of your chair, okay? Can you lift your left hip and go to the side? And then switch. So this is actually great mobility work for the hip itself. And I know some of you may not be able to lift all the way up off the chair. You're going to do what you can. Please don't get over ambitious with how far over you're going. And it's fine to hold on. Maybe you can hold on less if you feel confident with what we're doing. There you go. There's actually quite a few things we can do when we're watching TV while we're sitting that moves us in the direction of a stronger, more functional physical body. This is one of them. Let's do one more set. Breathe in, breathe out. There you go. Now we'll pause for a moment. Just float your arms up. So you come back to yourself in that centered place. Good. Now we're going to do a seated bridge, and I do feel like I should show you from the side. I think we've only done this one other time. So I want to make sure you know what we're doing. We're going to see if we can sit on the front edge. Can you lift up and push your hips to the ceiling and squeeze your rear end? And then you can come all the way back down. If that's too much for you, you might just straighten and bend your elbows like this. We'll give you an arm exercise as an option. But those of you that can get your body up, you're going to work your hamstring and glutes and your arms. Good. So can you go for it? Push your heels into the floor. How high up can you push your hips? Don't strain. Please stay alert. This is not one size fits all. It never, ever will be, because we're too diverse as humans. Everybody's got their individual stories and how life has affected all of our body parts differently through the years. Be compassionate and kind to yourself. Two more. Squeeze. You got it. And we're going to sit back. We'll take a pause. Take another breath. Just reach out to the side. I would love to do one more thing in this position, which is why I'm going to stay sideways. So we're going to take what I showed you as an option, which is this. See what I'm doing with my arms? I'm bending my elbows and straightening them. If you can handle more, as long as your chair doesn't tip over, you can do it like this, which is a more intense tricep dip. So either way, I mean, this is still going to be good. You might be able to get a lot of work lifting your rear end where it just hovers above the chair. And if you can't even lift your buttocks at all, still do this with your arms. So there's three choices. Stay safe. You're definitely worth a lot of loving attention. I want you to be with yourself. Don't be wishing you're somewhere you're not. Be where you are and make the most of it. Two more. And we'll sit back down. Yes. Awesome. Take another breath. Shrug your shoulders. Release. Do that again. One more. Guess what? We're not done here. We're going to do more ab work. Aren't you excited? So I'm going to show you from the side again. Reach your arms out. Now zip up your abdominals. Lean back. We're not rounding the back this time. We keep it neutral, but we keep the abs tight. If you want more work, you bring your arms a little higher up, but you don't want the arms to go straight up. So we hold. That's what works here. The isometric work from holding. So you start to feel your abs. And you might think about what's important to you, being strong, healthy. You remind your body what you're wanting, what's your purpose here. To feel good about yourself, to be able to manage stress, rise up, lean forward. You can either have your hands on your legs or your elbows. Then let yourself look down, round your back a little bit. You might touch one set of fingers to the floor. Switch and do it with the other. And then we're going to come back up. Let's take a deep breath in again. Exhale. All right, let's do this next one standing. Unless you need to sit. You probably could do this one sitting if you sit on the front of the chair. So we're going to grab a ball, big giant ball. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to come down low. And we're going to circle the trunk and arms sideways. Can you go a little bit back? Other side. And then we come back down and then we're going to reverse the direction. Pretend you really are holding a ball. So there's a little tension in the arms. Let's do one more each way. So we keep the arms round. We lean a little bit back. We keep the abs really strong. And we go the other way. And you, of course, you get to decide always on how low you're going and how far back you're going. Rise back up. Reach up. And exhale. Let's grab our hand weights. You're doing great. One weight in each hand. So we'll go ahead and do a cross and a pull back. Just give yourself a medium base on this. We're going to put one arm over the other. We're going to open and put the other arm on top. And then we're going to go side. Let's do it. Cross, cross, open. Now I notice even the big one here isn't perfectly straight arms. Keep your shoulders down and regulate your breath. Very good. Be very gentle. We can be strong, mindful, gentle, and have it still be really effective. We don't have to push so hard that it works against us. Cross, cross. Yay, let's do one more. Cross, cross, and open and relax. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take the arms out to the side. Again, they don't have to be perfectly straight. Make small circles. Now, if you've got irritation in your shoulders or your neck, you may have to lower the arms. Pause. Go the other way. Feel free to take a rest in the middle if it's too much for you. That's it. Pause. Lower down. Relax. Bounce. Move your shoulders a little bit. Good. Turn your head left and right and front. All right, let's come back up. Now this time we're going to rotate. So I want you to see if you can get the thumbs up and the thumbs down. Again, arms can be a little bit soft. They can be lower anytime. Two more. Thumb down and relax. Shrug. Bring your shoulders back and down. That's it. Now, let me show you from the side. Bend your elbows. Push your elbows back. Let's just practice a basic tricep kickback, and then we'll play around with it. So whatever we do on this set, we're going to keep the elbows behind us, if possible, and the upper arms are very stable, fixed in one place. Okay, you got that. That looks good. Now let's tweak it a little bit. When you go back, turn the palms front. Now palms in. Elbows are still behind you. Palms front. Palms in. So the upper arms stay in one place. That's it. Palms front. Good. Now let's do it. Palms in. Elbows back. Palms back. Palms in. You got to use your brain a little bit on this too. That's good for us. Palms back. Palms in. Elbows are still back. Palms back. That's it. Relax. Look down. Now you tuck your chin without rounding your back. Shake your head out. Give yourself a good sigh too. Just let it feel good. Look front. Now we're going to go back to something I warmed you up for. So I'll show you from the side. This time, instead of clasping the fingers, we're going to squat down a little bit. And we're going to have the arms and weights down. Now, the milder version is like what we did earlier. right here. This absolutely requires a strong back. So I want you to keep your tailbone up. Some of you might be able to add a little extra lift. So you get more challenge on your core, which includes strengthening your back. Booty is back. Press through the heels. Yes, 2 more. Low or high. Or, of course, somewhere in the middle. March in place. You're doing it. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Now we're going to do something similar. I'll turn this way just for variety. So you're going to do the swing, but this time, if you can get the weights to go under the legs and back of you, you're going to thrust halfway, thrust through the hips and squeeze the buttocks. So we go down and back, thrust the hips. Those are little propulsion. Hips thrust forward. You squeeze your glutes. You don't have to go behind you if that's too much. With the weights, you can just go down. 1 more. Very good. Switch to your Dynabands. Good variety. You guys are right on it too. We're going to put the band in between the feet, underneath the inside of the right foot. The left leg lunges back. Now, you don't have to have a real big lunge because that's not the most important part of what we're about to do. I think everybody's just about ready. Okay, roll the band up. Put your right hand on your right upper leg. Start by just pulling the left elbow back behind you and slightly up. So this is a good base move right here. Make the band tight enough, though, where there's resistance. If you want more, bigger lunge, roll the band up more, and maybe you can pull higher up as you go back. Either way, keep your core strong and your breath flowing. We want to keep our body supported. Strong abs. Yes. Now, if you want more, do several quick ones. I'm going to go for 4 more if you're sticking with me. Good. Rest. Lengthen your band. Rise up. Can you stay in your lunge? You can make it smaller if you need to. I want you to pull forward while we're set up for it. So you can work that anterior deltoid and the arm. You got 1 more. Woo, let's switch. You guys are doing great. We're just about there. So put the band in between your feet. Put it under the left foot on the inside of your feet. Take your right leg back, whatever amount feels right for you. I'm going to start with a partial, because I know it's really a good one for some of you, where you don't roll the band up as much and you pull back and up, but you don't sink too far down. Even this one, the core is strong. If you want more, bigger lunge, roll the band up more. Left hand is still on the leg for support. And maybe you can pull higher up as you go back. Don't forget to breathe. We need that steady supply of oxygen. Good. Now you can rest or do some quicker ones, which actually supports the health of the heart and lungs too, because your heart rate goes up. Very nice. Rise up. You might step a little closer in. Go to vertical. Lift forward. Arm doesn't have to be locked straight. Find your balance point. Keep your abs supporting you. Doing it. 2 more. Woohoo! Step off the band. Do a little march. Put the band around you, under your arms. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. There you go. Pull forward. Exhale. Basic chest press. You know what makes this even more effective? Think about squeezing your chest when you pull forward. Even if you don't feel you can do it, just imagine it. Squeeze in. It's arms too. One more. Good, and we'll play with it. Come wide, reach out and circle. Pull away from you and circle in. Last two. Yes, reverse it. Pull out and circle out. There you go, two more. Beautiful. One more thing, and then we're cooling down. Let's go for a wide space between the hands. Level 1 is going to come right above the forehead. It's just going to pulse right here. If you can do more, I want you to come higher with your pulse. Keep your arms straight if you can. If you must bend your elbows, that's okay. There you go. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And put your band away. Awesome work. Now, while we're standing, let's go ahead and stretch the back of the body, which we worked a lot today. So you stand right behind your chair. You can face any direction. We're going to have the toes pointing toward the chair, and we're going to hinge from the hips. And if you're tight, it might be enough just to do a partial hinging, because what we're not doing is slouching over. If you want more, you can come closer to the chair, put your hands on the seat, but make sure once you're in place, you lean back so the weight is over your heels. It's almost as if you're about to lift your toes. And don't forget to pull the core in, okay? Because we want to keep those ab muscles turned on, because they give us good support in a lot of ways. Breathe. Soothe yourself while you're holding. Let your body adapt to this new flexibility point that you're establishing. Lift the tailbone. Enjoy being with yourself. Your body is so grateful for all the care you're giving it. Now we'll bend the knees, round the back. If you want to add something, if you're on the seat of the chair, grab the front edge of the chair and pull back. You can also hold on to the top of the chair and round a little and pull back. Stretching more through the arms and the back. Now we're going to keep the knees bent. We're going to roll up carefully, nothing too abrupt. And let's do a side stretch. So again, any way you want to face, bring one arm up and bend over to the side so that you can feel the side body lengthen out. I want to suggest to you that you make sure you're not collapsing your rib cage. Try to stay lifted. That's it. Breathe in, breathe out. And then we'll do the other side. So hold your chair if you need to. Open this side body. That's it. We can turn in any direction so that we have the props that we need for support. If you need to hold on to the chair or the wall, not a problem. Bring yourself up. Take your arms out, drop your fingers, stretch your arms, wrists, and hands. That's it. And then we're going to bend the left elbow across the midline. Use the right hand and give it a little press. Breathe. You know, just give yourself support and acceptance. With all the changes we're all going through, that's really the medicine we need, is loving acceptance. Our body wants to know that we're safe. We have to remind our mind and our subconscious especially that even when things are getting disturbed, all the systems that we're used to are changing, that we're still safe. When you are safe, right? You assess where you are to know if you are safe. Grab your elbows. We're not going to put our head in the sand and pretend. We're going to learn to be aware and responsive accordingly. So we're not on default, just assuming everything's a problem when it isn't, but we're also not pretending everything's perfectly fine when it isn't. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Interlace behind you. On this one, if you want a little more, you can actually hinge slightly again. If you find yourself slouching, it's probably better just to stay upward. We're going to see if we can get the arms to go higher. Stay aware of your shoulders, your neck, your back. Slowly come out of it. Pull the arms down. So as your shoulders drop a lot, tilt your head. Relax your face. Tilt the other way, stretching through the neck, the arms and the shoulders. Tuck the chin without rounding your back. So it feels like a stretch in the neck, not the back. Then put your fingers by your ears and we'll focus on the chest. Push the elbows back. Very good. And let's go ahead and bring the arms up. Reach, reach, reach. You can stretch your abdominals, your arms, your back. Wiggle the fingers as you come down. Yes. Beautiful. I'm going to sit back down. We'll do our seated quad stretch today. So you can have a seat. You can turn to the side. Drop your knee down. Now, don't go on autopilot, you guys. I know how many times we've done this together, and I want to make sure you're present as if it's the first time you've ever done it. So be focusing on it. Try to get your knee under the hip. If you're really tight, your knee will probably have to be in front for a while. But every bit helps. And then lift yourself up. Add that pelvic tilt if you can. That's it. We'll just focus on that. Breathe in, breathe out. Excellent. Now go ahead and bring that right foot next to the left foot. Twist around on the back of the chair. Grow another inch taller. Use both of your hands to help you rotate. You can push off the chair a little bit. That's it. And then go ahead and turn the other way. Take your time. So as much time as you need. We'll drop the knee. You got to sit toward the front edge of the chair, but not where it tips. Add a little tuck under if you can. Grow tall. Imagine a string on the crown of your head lifting you up. If you have a hard time doing this stretch, then you could always recline on the chair with your legs straight out in front of you so that you can get them to straighten out and stretch. That's another way to do that. So here we are, breathing through it. Bring your left foot next to your right foot and sit tall as you rotate. Twisting mindfully, no pain. Soothing breath. We're coming back to the front. Let me show you what I was talking about a moment ago. If you have a hard time doing this stretch, this here, why don't we all do it? This is another way to help open up the hip flexors. It may not be as effective, but it's better than not stretching them at all. Really, anytime you can get your legs to straighten, even standing, when you've been sitting for a while, just standing will stretch the hip flexors. Reach. Yes, good. Bring your arms down. Bring yourself back up. Let's do it with both legs out while we're vertical, not lying back. We'll get the calves. So pull your toes back. You can lean a little forward, but I don't want you to do very much of that because we already did stretch the hamstrings. We'll keep focusing on the base of the legs. Come back up, point your toes. So you're very actively thinking about the top of your feet, your ankles, and your toes. Bring your feet in, butterfly, inner thigh, groin. Breathe. Open and push back. Nice erect body. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in right here. Exhale. One more like this. Let's get cozy for a moment. So just close your eyes. Come home to yourself. Feel your inner self. It's really important for us to have some time every day where we're not relating through the identity of the world around us. A deeper inner knowing of your most loving, essential self is going to come from your inner awareness. Notice your aliveness, your life force. And you might say hello to yourself, the deeper you. Say hello, me, in a loving way. Say to yourself, I love you. You're worthy of it. Acknowledge yourself. We're hanging in there through all this stuff we're going through. Maybe cultivate a bit of gratitude for your life. Say hello to your spiritual nature. This is the wise, loving you. Enjoying a moment of presence, a simple, sweet moment. You are enough. You have enough. You do enough. Feel your wholeness. Slowly look down, blink your eyes, let the light back in, wiggle your toes, rub your legs, rub your knees. Keep that tender, loving caress, sensory awareness. Rub your hands. Very good, everybody. Take a really deep breath in. I know it is time. We're going to have a good closure here. Good exhale. Great work today, everybody. Thank you.